What's up, y'all? Got a family to feed, so let's get into this tea. We about to get into, since I'm going to jail, I'm exposing it all. Oh my God. I love the title.
So I'm going to title this video, since I'm going to jail, I'm exposing it all, part 1. Because I don't know how many parts this shit gonna be, but y'all, when I tell you I'm telling it all, I'm saying names. Ain't no nothing. I'm saying names. I'm posting pictures. When I find some, I'm posting screenshots. I'm exposing it all because I'm gonna play with me for the same that was playing with you. So I'm going to tell it all. Since nobody cares about what my side is, because y'all jealous assholes always wanted an issue with me regardless, let's tell it all. So come in and have a seat.
I'm sitting.
Also, I'm literally looking like this because my hair appointment is literally in like 2 hours. So I'm making this video before then. But I'm going to get my hair done. My birthday is literally in 2 days, but I'm celebrating it tomorrow.
Don't even matter.
So I'm looking like this for that reason, okay? Yeah. So I started
How long is it, y'all? Is it really, really long?
dating Danielle. That's my ex name. I started dating Danielle.
Oh, this a lesbian story. I love a good lesbian story.
May 29th or some shit last year, right? First day we linked up. She's an eater. Crazy eater.
Oh my.
Crazy eater. Literally made me come back the next day. You know,
my.
we did our
Livy?
our thing or whatever. Literally better than I even expected. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and I'm saying this stuff, y'all,
most
because
of us are. Most of us are.
I feel like I gotta explain everything to know why I even stayed around in the beginning. Like, that bitch eater. She's literally like crazy. So yeah. So we started dating, and immediately, like, I noticed like red flags. So when we first started dating, she, the first day I linked up with her, she had her friend Terry and her cousin come over or whatever. For her reason, she said, you know, we were strangers. She wanted to like not make me uncomfortable. She also wanted to make sure herself was safe. Cool, understood it. But at the same time, like, I had explained to her, like, you had a nigga around and that could have made anybody uncomfortable, just in a friendly basis. We talked about this. She said she understand. Cool. Her friend Terry, also, literally, her whole friends and family have dogged out in front of me. Okay? Terry literally liked me from very day one. Like, we was cool. Like, we were cool as, she was always like complimenting me, always like telling me her business, even cried to
Terry was a man.
Me about some of her business, all type of shit. All of a sudden, like, as time goes on, the starts feeling like we're beefing. So I'm asking Danielle, like, that's weird. Like, what's going on? Danielle's acting oblivious. Oh, I don't know. She just acts very weird around you. I never told her anything bad about you. I told her that I like you, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, really come to find out later on down the line that this was literally texting Terry and lying on me. My ex was sending me full-fledged paragraphs and then sending my response to Terriana to act like I said something to her first. So I remember one of the text messages my ex sent me about like wanting me and being intentional with me, all type of stuff. And I responded back or whatever when I woke up. Why I go through her phone later on down the line, this is all a factor. And I see that she sent Terry my message, and then Terry gonna respond back, well, are you gonna tell her the truth? Like, basically trying to imply that she don't really like me like that. So Terry, so Danielle's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell her just the truth. What's the truth? You literally sent me a text message first. That's character. This is what I'm explaining to y'all. This is weird. So in dating her, outside of even that one, they literally, which is they meaning her sister, any friends that was around the first week, anybody that would leave, they bashed them. They talked badly about them. The first week that I started dating her, every single time I seen her, she had hella people at her house, right? Cool. But as soon as whoever would leave, everybody around would bash them. And the most person that everybody bashed was literally the Terriana girl. So Terriana literally is like a dark-skinned girl, like she smoke a lot of weed, like all type of like bad body, whatever, right?
Damn.
They literally, as soon as she would leave, they would bash the fuck. She's ghetto. She don't got no home training. She's ugly. She's dusty.
Damn.
She would even come around, y'all, and literally be like saying like she's coming over there to stop her period so she can go business. So they dogged her out, literally. I literally told Danielle to her face, you don't think it's weird that every time this girl leaves, y'all talk about her? She said, I mean, it's not really bad because everything we're saying we would say to her face. That's exactly what this did. Everything we're saying we would say to her face. Did they ever say anything to her face? Absolutely the fuck. So on top of Terry, this is named Zaria or whatever. Zaria is her sister Diani's best friend. I end up finding out that Danielle and Zaria used to each other. Do I give a f about that? No. But the fact that you have me around is not saying anything, but yet you had a whole fizzy fit about me telling you that I'm still friends with a that I literally have had sex with prior. So she's really a hypocrite, and that's really what this all comes down to. Also, y'all, I'm telling these names because y'all, it's all legit, but I'm putting everything out, literally. So yeah, stay tuned. So yeah, so she had the friend named Zara, whatever. Mind you, she's literally that like this is just what she does. She's literally saying like, oh, Zaria don't like, she's not really my friend. She's my sister's friend. I don't really like her. I don't really even like her for my sister as her friend because I feel like she uses my sister. She doesn't treat my sister well. She's like manipulative to my sister. She's mean to my sister. All type of shit, right? Even the sister would say like, oh yeah, like that's her best friend, but she would always like make like little comments about like, oh, she's dumb for and she got a kid and she don't care about her kid. She care more about him. They say the same thing about Tariana. Her I guess Tariana has, her son is autistic or something like that. So they literally would imply like, oh, he's only like this because she's always random men and all type like that. When I tell y'all they literally bash his business. I literally addressed it to Danielle within 5 days of meeting her. I literally said, I think this weird that y'all talk about everybody or whatever. I even told one of my homegirls like, bro, this is weird that every single time somebody leave, they talk about that person. My friend was like, that's a red flag, but she also just, we literally thought Danielle was autistic. Honestly, truly. So we let her get away with a lot of shit because I'm thinking like something wrong. Like she just don't know no better. That's genuinely, y'all, what I thought. That's genuinely what I thought. So it's like I let her get away with a lot of shit that she really should have never gotten away with. So in the midst of all of this or whatever, and getting to know Danielle, I addressed the fact that she's bashing on her friends and stuff like that or whatever. But, you know, they telling me, oh, we would say the same thing to them in front of their face. You're just new around, so you don't understand how we talk to each other. Whatever. We're cool. So she ended up having an ex or whatever. Mind you, y'all, she just bashed the ex down. I could tell you every second of this business, from her sisters to her ghetto ass mom to her going to jail for prostitution, to her making my ex sell cocaine for her, to her literally whipping on her kids, to her literally on her, to her stealing from her, to her allegedly paying on the bills. And I say allegedly because the bills say the same thing now that we're broken up and she paid all the bills. But yeah. So she bashed this ex so much to me, and we would argue about it. So I'm like, bro, this is so weird. Mind you, this is the same ex that I ended up finding out down the line that she was talking to the whole time. The whole time. Mind you, her family, her friends, every time I come around, they're bashing the ex. That was literally a red flag to me. I never opened up my mouth. I would just leave. When I would leave, I would always find that weird or whatever. Danielle treated me so nice and so sweet, and she acted like she was such a caring person for me that I really was letting it slide, but I would always address it to her like, that's weird, you need to stop doing that. She's like, yeah, I didn't expect them to say that in front of you, or I didn't expect them to say this, when in reality it's you're telling all this girl's business. Y'all, why recently I brung up that I know she's gonna tell my business to these same people, gonna say, I never even told you nobody's business. I just told
you know if you, first of all, what's bothering me about her is if you were there while they was talking about other people, then you know damn well they gonna talk about you. Come on now. And as far as I'm concerned, you was talking about them too. So you ain't no better.
What happened to me? No. Y'all, I can run this whole business down to the ground. We used to argue because I'm like, why the fuck you keep talking about this? He was trying to pry on, like, forced me to see the girl or whatever. Like, kept trying to get me to pry, to ask more questions. And I never did, bitch. I don't give a. She just wanted to show the bitch off. The bitch dusty to me, so I didn't give a. But it's just like, why you even keep bashing her? Let me tell y'all why. So, a lot of these character things I will get over or whatever because I was always just feeling like, you know, I just liked her as a person at first. Like not as a person, actually. I'm lying. I liked her for how she liked me. I'm gonna say that. I liked her for how she liked me. So because of how she liked me or whatever, mind you, like she's always like buying me stuff. She's always feeding me. She's always like doing all of these things. She's super sweet to me, always texting me, always attentive. If I call that phone, she answers all type of shit, right? Literally everything switched when one of her friends came in town. And I'm going to change it to the next video because I see that like time is going up and I don't want to have to stop. Next video. So right. I'm going to title this video.
How do we get to the next? Part 1, part 2. All right.
So yeah. So this is part 2. So Danielle had a friend named Ro, really pretty girl, African or some shit, whatever, right, like that, right? When she first mentioned Ro to me, she was like, "Oh yeah, everybody around me, my friends and my exes and stuff, they oh really jealous of her or whatever, right?" So I'm like, "Why would they be jealous of her?" They was just like, "Oh, they just jealous of her, like all type of shit, whatever." And I'm just like, "Well, why?" She's trying to imply that they just didn't like her being her friend. They felt like Ro liked her. They felt like Ro liked her and stuff like that or whatever, right? As the time went on, which was only like a week, I realized it wasn't about nobody being jealous of her. When it came to boundaries, regardless, Danielle lacked boundaries. So she literally would switch up depending on who she's around, depending on who she's talking to. Her morals, her principles, everything was literally different depending on who the was talking to, right? So, Rose seemed like she had her head on straight, whatever. I even told her, "Oh yeah, she's pretty, she's cute." Like, I feel like Rose the best looking one of everybody in this story I'm gonna tell. Everybody else in the story is ugly as literally. So,
she was talking about him too.
He's just like saying like, "Oh, like they're just jealous of her or whatever," right? And I'm just telling her like, well, like as she explained it to me, I told her like straight up, like, I feel like you just lack boundaries. I don't feel like it's jealousy. I feel like when it comes down to certain things, like mind you, she's literally agreeing with me, like, "Okay, I'm glad you said that. Like, see, that's why I like you. You put other stuff in my head that nobody else does or whatever, right?" Cool. So, hold on. The first situation we ended up getting into where we kind of like stopped talking briefly is because she was like spending her birth, like the time with Rhoda or something like that, whatever. And it wasn't about her spending time with her, nothing like that. It was literally just about her, like little comments that was said. Like she would call me and I would call her back. And when I call her back, she would answer the phone and she's like playing like this weird nonchalant role. She would play like there'd been a background saying like, "Who the phone with? Hang up the phone." Like just being real rude. I don't play like that because what is even being said about me over there that, you know, like, "Oh, hang up on her and don't answer the phone for her," like shit like that or whatever, right? Mind y'all, this is the same as literally kissing and worshiping the ground I walk on. That's literally why my friends even was okay with me dating her, because I literally always
friends okay with me dating her is crazy.
Told them. They even seen it for themselves. Heard
that. I ain't gonna lie, she sound like, did she ever say her age? She sound like she like 21.
Phone, seeing text messages, everything of this, literally always kissing and like pleading for me to be her person or whatever, right? She was super sweet in the beginning, super sweet. So, something ended up happening like with the birthday thing, and it just was like weird, because it's like, you said the girl birthday was a week ago, but now you're still acting weird now or whatever, right? And instead of her just saying like anything of what she just kept saying like, "Oh, like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't know what I'm doing wrong." And I'm like, who's saying you doing something wrong? You will call me or you will text me. I text you back, you being dry. So I literally one day I text her because she was just being dry or whatever. And I text her and I was like, "Yeah, Danielle, we're done talking," or whatever, right? So in the messages, she's like, "Okay, Natavia, didn't do anything, but okay, acting real nonchalant." Mind y'all, something that I'm also going to tell y'all about this girl that I've never experienced in my life is she will literally text you a certain way so she can go send it to her friends, but then be talking to you in person or talking to you on the phone in a completely different way because you don't have proof of that. So she was always downplaying every single person she's ever talked about or talked to in every way. Like she was just this catch, and she just like everybody was just acting crazy over her, and she's just this chill, cool ass girl. She did that to me. She literally did that to her other friends. She did that to her sister. She did that to every bitch she dated. Everything I seen on her phone, I'm gonna expose. So just stay tuned for that.
Damn.
So yeah, she was just acting real dry or whatever. So we ended up talking on the phone, and she understood completely what I was talking about when we was on the phone. But then I ended up getting drunk at nighttime or whatever, and I ended up sending her like a voice note. I wasn't disrespectful. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't screaming. No, nothing. I literally was just like, you know what I'm saying? "Oh, I just feel like you lack boundaries as a person." And mind you, this wasn't just about the road girl. It was literally about everybody in your life just take advantage of you, and you just move and jump and skip for every person. So that's literally what my voicemail was about. Then I got the voicemail because she sent it to everybody in her phone like the loser ass that she is. But yeah, she's on my phone like, "Oh no, I'm sorry that I made you feel like that. Like, you know, I'm glad that you tell me about myself because nobody else do." All type of shit, right? So, yeah, that was our first thing. So we stopped talking. Like, she never texted me back, but we had spoken on the phone. But we had just decided to, like, stop talking to each other.
Thank you, Hazel.
So then, like, I think like not even 2 days. The next day, I ended up like calling her and she answered the phone or whatever. So I was just like, being my playful stuff, like, oh, you missed me, da 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 da, whatever. She just like, yeah, I do, blah 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 blah. Mind you, go through her text messages or whatever. She's telling people in the phone at this time. This was later on. I find out at that time she was telling people that, oh, she calling me. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, she watching my page. I don't know what the fuck watching my page for. This literally had a personality disorder or something because she acted like whoever the she was around at the moment, and it really blew me because I was genuine as with this girl the whole time, right? So we literally naturally started back talking. Like, it was nothing. It was nothing. Then we ended up getting into a situation because when I first met her, I was working at a plastic surgery center. I do billing and coding. I do administration, stuff like that. And then I also work in as a midnight ballerina on weekends or whatever, right? So when I first met
her, the hell is a midnight ballerina?
I was doing both, but the first day I met her, I literally told her straight up to her face, like, we're in front of her friend and everything, like, yeah, I work at the club too on weekends and stuff like that.
Oh, I was just about to say, is a midnight ballerina I didn't want to be disrespectful.
So she
I
never
didn't want to be disrespectful.
Said anything, bashed me about the club or whatever.
Working at the doctor's office and scripting. Yes. Somebody got to get that coin.
But she did start telling me about how it's uncomfortable for her because her ex used to f the club and her ex used to like bring them to the house and sit in the car with them for hours and text them and talk to them on the phone or whatever. Mind you, I literally will always tell her, like, everybody don't do that. So I get what you're saying. I get you trying to say, but everybody not the same or whatever. That's literally how she started dating me. And I feel like a little part of me started feeling like I had to prove some to her or whatever. And that's really where I felt, because she's nothing to prove anything to. I knew what I wasn't doing anything wrong. That's all that mattered. So, yeah, that we ended up getting into an argument because she's a drunk, y'all. She's a full-fledged alcoholic, like the opposite of a crackhead. She's a drunk head. Like, when I tell you this girl's a full-fledged drunk, and that's really why we broke up, because she's a drunk and she wouldn't get no help. But yet, everybody's sitting there acting like I'm tripping. So let's get into that. So she was drunk as whatever, and I was telling her, like, I'm about to leave to go to work. Mind you, this girl will always tell me to come over to her house. Always wanted to lay up, always wanted to cuddle, always wanted me in her face, always wanted to see me all the time. Even y'all, later I found out this sitting there calling me, texting me to come over to her house, and then telling people like, oh, I just popped up. She just popped up. Like, don't play with me, bro. This loser ass played with me so bad, and it's really pissing me off. Dang. So yeah. So she got drunk, didn't want me to go to work or whatever, and she made a really rude comment like, oh, I ain't taking no stripper serious. So I said, but you dated a prostitute for 3 years and took care of her kids while she on you. Because, bitch, you're not about to try to insult me and think that I'm going to shut my mouth, bitch, because it ain't happening, right? Right. So, yeah. So, in text message or whatever, when I brung it to her the next day, because she was drunk I brung it up to her the next day or whatever, and she's like, Tavia, I didn't say that to you. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you took it wrong. I'm sorry that you took it wrong. But then, when I called her on the phone to explain to her, that's when her sister and her sister's best friend can hear me. Y'all, why does the whole 360 and start saying, okay, how you mad because I don't want to date a stripper? How you mad I don't want, like, she literally tried to play in my face, y'all. Like, she done that so many times. She's one way with me, one way in my face, one way with text messages, but then get around other people and try to act like she's like that, bro. Like, and it just blows the for me, because who are you playing with, bro?
Girl, like, she is sick of her. When I tell you she's sick of her.
It drove me crazy. So I ended up screaming, cussing her in front of them or whatever. I see that the friend was saying that I'm toxic, whatever. She ended up telling me, oh, my friend.
And I think you are toxic. I ain't gonna say she the only one, but she got something to do with it.
I said that you're toxic, but I don't give a fuck what she say. I know your heart. I know that you didn't mean it like that. I just rubbed you the wrong way. But then I go through her phone, y'all, later at that time, and she's literally telling the girl, like, she is toxic. I just need to leave her alone. What, you weirdo? Oh. So skip past all of that. The whole summer go by. And I'm with her constantly. Ended up finding out she don't got a car because she didn't tell me in the beginning. Ended up finding out she's married, military, which she lied. She acted like she just was military married. Everybody in the military did it, when in reality, it was a whole bitch that she actually was in a relationship before, with before. So cool. A lot of stuff that, like, I was finding out she would, like, apologize for. She would admit to me or whatever. Her friend at the time, the Terry girl, she even liked me at the time, so she was always explaining and vouching for her all the time. Cool, right? So I let a lot of show. At the end of the summer, that's when I ended up finding out that she's Zaria girl, because her sister brung it up. Her sister all crying, all type of weird ass. I guess because she got a crush on her friend, so her sister crying. Her sister started bashing her friend. Oh, she does this with everybody. She's a liar. I know she was never my friend. All type of right. Come back for part 3. So, yeah. So yeah, I ended up finding out
And
about
we're
that or
back.
whatever. They also have this sweet friend named Chelsea. Me and Chelsea never got into it. She even told me like she feel like I should leave Danielle alone. Danielle's sister even told me, I feel like you're too good for my sister. I don't think that you should be stressing and going through the stuff that you're going through with her. I don't think she's worth it. You don't really know her. She's a liar. She lies so much, whatever, right? So at the time, I stupidly took it like the right way because we had a whole 2-hour phone conversation. But then I started
Stupidly took it the right way.
feeling like maybe she's just saying this, because she really don't like me, and maybe she's telling Danielle bad stuff about me, but then gonna say that to me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like a lot of weird stuff was going on over the summer. Fast forward. After the summer was over, I ended up experiencing an armed robbery at my home or whatever. So very traumatic situation. Nobody knew about it but her, whatever. She ended up telling everybody that she knew what happened or whatever. But so she ended up offering for me to come stay in her house with them or whatever, which is she was roommating with her sister. So she offered me to come stay in her house. Initially, I was just like, no, you don't gotta do that. Like, I'll go live with my grandma. I'll go somewhere else. Like, I'll go like figure something else out or whatever. Also, yeah, I had like sugar daddies and tricks and stuff and everything. Whatever that I ended up like cutting off for respect for this, and I regret that for reasons that I'm going to get into in this video. But yeah, so she was just like, no, I want you to come live with me or whatever. Like, her sister, she asked her sister was cool with it. She's like, she's over here all the time anyway. She's a great person. Like, yeah, she can come stay or whatever. So I literally talked to Danielle face to face and I said, this is not going to be a forever thing. I don't want to like live with nobody that I'm dating or nothing like that. I already experienced like this or whatever. She's like, well, you don't have to rush it and stuff like that. Like, get yourself together. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't got to pay for nothing. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. You don't have to pay for nothing. Just get yourself together, right? So I was always still very considerate. So I was always like offering help and stuff like that. She was always telling me no. Where it became an issue down the line is because she's telling me no to giving her money for anything, but then telling her sister she's going to help when she can. Telling her family that I don't have no money to help when we know that I was a fight because I was still a dancer at this time. And it was like I wasn't making as much money.
Ballerina dancer.
I was making before because I wasn't going to work a lot because I was so like stressed out, y'all. I literally lost like so much weight. Like I was really like traumatized from a lot of shit that was happening in my life at the time or whatever, right? So she just ended up really just being an aid for me in life. But for some reason, all the people around her, like her friends and stuff like that, they started treating me weird so I'm thinking they're treating me weird because, they're jealous that she took me in. You know what I'm saying? But then come to find out later on down the line, you took me in, but you're still spitting to them like, but I don't like her yet, y'all. I'm just doing this because she just need help. I'm just doing and it was the weirdest ever, y'all. It was the weirdest I ever experienced in my life. And I literally didn't find out for 6 months that this was going on, y'all. So don't think that like, you knew early on and how she was and you just ignored it. I didn't ignore it. I didn't know nothing until November 11th, 2024. Remember that date because it's very significant. So as I'm living with her or whatever, I'm very sweet up on Danielle at this time. She's very sweet up on me. Like, this girl buys me anything I look at, think about.
Sweet up on me?
Post, repost. Danielle's gonna buy for me any food I want, any date I want to go to. Like, we literally went on every date. This girl literally spoiled me fine. Like, everything that I needed from losing my house and losing all my stuff or whatever, she was there. You know what I'm saying? So, why in my mind would I ever think of just bashing me to people? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is sweet up on me so bad. Why would I ever think that she's bashing me? So I never thought that. I really just thought that her friends was weird.
I hate sweet up. I hate that term. I don't like it.
And they just didn't like me because they was weird, and that was not really the case. Them definitely weird, but they not weird for the reasons that they think they're weird. They're weird because she plays all sides. So that's what this is even about. So yeah, in the midst of me living there, everybody got really weird to me, whatever. I started distancing myself. So I wouldn't talk or whatever, y'all. Every single holiday we've ever experienced, we would have matching outfits on, matching pajamas, matching everything. Why would her friends and stuff only say, oh, Danielle, you look cute? Them is some jealous assholes, y'all. When I tell you them is some jealous, envious assholes, even Danielle will start saying stuff like, you mean we look cute? Like, she started like taking up for me a little bit, but then she's literally also like acting like she didn't know why they was acting weird to me. So that's just like sick as for real, right? So, holidays and stuff went on. me living there went on. We started arguing really badly because she just started treating me really weird. She started treating me weird, y'all, because I ended up finding out she was still talking to the ex, that she was bashing and exposing that girl's business to everybody that would listen. So she was just being real rude up to me, real mean to me. And at this time, I was very sensitive, Dolly, right? Like, I was a sensitive, like, vulnerable state or whatever. So I was crying. I wasn't yelling and screaming at her. I was just crying. This walking up in my face, screaming in my face, pushing past me, getting extremely aggressive with me all the time. And I would be like, just looking at her, because in my mind, I know I'll flew up. But at the
I was about to say, she don't give me, she would let that happen.
Like, soft-hearted side of me, I literally was like, what is going on? So I will always address it to her, like, Danielle, like, you're doing this, you're doing that. You said you've never hit no girl you was with. You said you've never been aggressive. You've never even been in a fight. Like, why are you doing this to me? She will always be like, oh, you're being sensitive. I was just playing. How you just playing, walking up in somebody's face, screaming in her face or whatever, but then you go out the room with your sister and then you play like you're just this, like, oh, you're just this holier than thou person and all type of shit, whatever, right? So this is before I started screaming. So eventually, the arguments got more, like, stronger, but we would never argue in the house when I was living with them. So the first argument we actually got into, where I literally yelled at her, we went out for tacos or whatever, and she literally just was like being so weird or whatever. And so I just was like, you act slow. That's exactly what I said. Y'all, she started crying, having a fit, smacking my dashboard or whatever, having a whole fit, right? Come to find out, y'all, she tell her sister a whole different side of the story, because me and her sister ended up talking about it 2 days later, because she was passed out drunk on the couch. We ended up talking about it. Her sister's like, oh my God, that's not what she said happened. This is what she said happened. Woke her ass up. Hey, get up. Let's talk about what you're telling people that happened versus what really happened. She ended up literally admitting everything I'm saying, but then started saying, like, well, I'm drunk, so I didn't remember. Oh, this didn't happen like that. I don't remember. So that was the first time we ever got into a screaming match. It was me, her, and her sister all in the living room at the same time, right? After that, I was literally so, like, irritated, just always irritated, and I wanted to leave. And I'm telling you, we would scream like that in front of her sister and stuff like that, and then at the end of the night, we would be laid up, and she's all in my ear, baby, I love you so much, you're really the love of my life, you're my person, I don't want you to go nowhere, because she know I'm always trying to make arrangements to leave, and she would never want me to leave. But y'all, she's sitting there telling me, she been wanting me to leave. Y'all, this was the fakest I ever dated. I couldn't believe myself. Anyway, so we get down to November.
I think she was fake with her, I ain't gonna lie.
And like I said, she's still being mean. I'm still never, like, doing much arguing with her at this point, but she's just getting real, like, rude, like, or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make arrangements to get the phone or whatever, but I didn't say anything. So I took her out for Veterans Day. Her friend Terry ends up texting her, like, why are you letting this take you out for Veterans Day? You know I asked first. So she's just like, well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what she said. And then so she's telling me, like, Terry's so jealous of you. Terry's so jealous of you. Like, how's she mad that you want to take me out for Veterans Day? I said, then bring her too. Like, what's the problem? Like, everybody can go. It's just, like, you know, dinner, whatever. She's like, no, she don't gotta go. I'm really, like, winging myself off of her. All she want to do is smoke, drink, and talk about 1,000 in the city, and she's so unattractive, and my family don't even like her around. They just tolerate her. That's exactly what this bitch saying about her friend, right? So I'm like, okay, well, stop trying to make them think that it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak up and tell them that you got an issue, not that I got an issue, because it's weirdest, right? This girl ends up, we ended up going to, out for Veterans Day, whatever. She's acting really weird or whatever. Like, we're really dry. Like, we're not even talking. So when we got in the car, I ended up addressing it, whatever. So I ended up addressing it. I'm just like, are you still talking to your ex? Because you keep bringing her up in certain, like, little ways and stuff like that. She gonna say, we talk about the kids, but I don't talk to her. I don't like her. She's not even attracted to me. You know, we ain't got nothing to talk about if it ain't about the kids or whatever. Mind you, y'all, I don't even play no step dyke to no hoe. Are you dumb? You're as a baby daddy.
Damn! Is she talking about me? I ain't no baby daddy. Oh? Look at me over here on these charts, girl. I can't get off of them. Don't tell nobody. Okay, but anyway.
So, baby, get the I don't play goofy goober ass like that. So I literally was like believing her in the beginning, but then I'm like, let me see your phone. Y'all, she ended up changing this bitch name on her phone to a whole nother name that's not the bitch name at all. Now. Mind you, I ended up having an epiphany that this is the same name that I've seen her talking to when I would be leaving for work and shit. So it's been playing in my face for a long time. So yeah, I ended up finding out about that or whatever. They also have this sweet friend named Chelsea. Me and Chelsea never got into it. She even told me like she feel like I should leave Danielle alone. Danielle's sister even told me, I feel like you're too good for my sister. I don't think that you should be stressing and going through the stuff that you're going through with her. I don't think she's worth it. You don't really know her. She's a liar. She lies so much, whatever, right? So at the time, I stupidly took it like the right way because we had a whole 2-hour phone conversation. But then I started feeling like maybe she just...
I heard this already.
So yeah, ended up realizing that's the same name
why this so loud
that
now?
she literally have talked to when I was leaving for work or anything like that, right? So I literally seen it, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, where y'all talking about the kids at? I ain't never seen nothing about them kids other than this sending her
Why does it just get loud as hell?
money. You sending her money, you paying for her phone bill, you literally like doing like little sweet stuff for her, whatever. But you over here in Atlanta and you barely can hold float for your own bills at your sister's house, but yet you
hold float? Where's she from?
To be acting like you got it like that to a whole nother bit. You know what I'm saying? The shit was just weird. I won't lie. As soon as I seen it and my heart dropped, I smacked the shit out of this. I smacked fire out of her ass because you really have me up. Am I glorifying domestic violence? No, I'm not. But that got me up, bro.
Slap fired that hoe.
So her sister there and everything. If y'all wanted to be so tough, I just smacked your sister right in front of you. Why you didn't do anything about it? Why she didn't do anything about it? Because she know that her sister wasn't really over me. The bitch are crying and pleading, like I'm packing up my stuff or whatever. She's like holding my stuff. She's taking stuff out of the suitcase. And Tavia, please don't go. Please don't go. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. I don't want her. I don't want to talk to her. I was just so scared that you would leave me one day. So I gotta like make sure that I had something to fall back on. Like y'all, literally pleading and begging. So I start punching her in her chest, not because I want to fight her.
You are toxic. Girl, I think she at the top of the list of the problem, and I feel like that's why she the one who telling the story and telling it first. God, you're so abusive.
I started punching her in her chest, y'all, because she's holding me and gripping me like this fair grip or whatever. So I started punching her just to get her to fuck with me or whatever.
Oh,
but
maybe I should have listened for her.
I do know how it comes off as if I was trying to attack her. No, I was literally like, get the fuck from me. And I'm punching her in her chest, whatever, right? So I ended up packing up on my I go to my homegirl house or whatever. My homegirl's literally like, hold up. My homegirl's literally like, oh my God, Danielle's so innocent and sweet. I would have never thought she would do nothing like this or whatever, right? I'm like, bro, like she got me up, bro. Like I can't believe it because everything that I thought about Danielle, I was bamboozled. Not only did I see her still talking to her ex on the phone, I seen all the name. Like, I searched my name. I see all the stuff that she said about me or let bay about me. I see the way she tried to downplay that she didn't like me and she was still trying to figure me out. How the fuck you trying to figure me out? You eating my every night? How the fuck you trying to figure me out? You spinning bread every day? You literally got me living in your house. You're treating me so nice. Yeah, you have these weird little moody things. I thought that was just like moodiness or whatever. But this girl is literally texting me every day, worshiping the phone I walk on. So no, I had no idea that she was saying all that stuff that I ended up finding out, right? Mind you, she's also telling me like stuff about her friend's business and stuff like that. But then on their phone, she's vouching for them like, oh yeah, girl, you ain't wrong. But straight up telling me, oh, she's dumb. I got to stop being around her. Oh, I was never really her friend. Oh, I never did. I ain't seen her in 9 years. I didn't know she was going to look like that. I didn't know she was going to behave like that. All type of weird, right? Like she's just a really fake ass, like genuinely, truly, she really is.
She is sick of whoever this girl is.
So that ended up happening. I ended up coming back. The very next day, she literally used my car, because like I said, she doesn't have one. She literally used my car, and she took it and she went to go buy me like all of this stuff.
You know you petty as hell when you get to talking about what your ex didn't have. Just petty.
A promise ring.
You didn't have, she using my car because she ain't had one. Like
so basically like initiate like
what?
That she would never disrespect me like that again, that she was gonna change her ways, and she's sorry. Mind you, y'all, she blamed everything on her being drunk. So you blame everything on you being drunk in the moment, but then later on when I tell you got a drinking problem, you're like, I don't even drink that much. Okay, let's get into it. So in the midst of me going back or whatever like that, y'all, I won't lie, I was so heartbroken. Not just because of, oh, this is somebody you're dating and what. No, I was so heartbroken because, bro, we have literally sat and cried to each other about our childhoods, like everything we've been through with other people, every way that everybody handled each other. I'm literally her therapist, y'all. Even outside of a relationship with me, I'm like vouching for her to take up.
I'm starting to think that she was your therapist too, friend.
herself, stand up to her, to people that, like, you know, that she's telling me are using her and misusing her and mishandling her and mistreating her, and everybody just wants something out of her, but nobody check on her, nobody's there for her, all type of shit, right? So I'm like, even outside of being your girl, I'm literally like, bro, you are a great person, you need to stick up for yourself, all type of shit, whatever, right? Y'all, why she end up trying to use the sticking up for herself thing towards me at the end, but we'll get into that. So in the midst of everything, like I said, I'm heartbroken. So now I'm angry. So I ain't gonna lie, I was very inconsiderate. When me and her would argue in the house every single night, her sister still lived there. We were yelling every single night, y'all. Like, I couldn't, like, stop it. Like, I could, like, every single time she would, like, trigger me, I'm literally screaming and yelling. I even got lockjaw on my birthday last year that nobody...
Lockjaw. I've never heard of such hypocrisy. Lockjaw from arguing? Nah, you like, she was on the verge of having a damn stroke.
Knew I couldn't even
like
have a real dinner.
That's
like I had
crazy.
to like eat like oysters and shit my birthday because I had lockjaw for my birthday of that much stress. I lost 16 pounds in that month alone. Literally in that month alone. Before then, I had lost like 3 pounds with the other stress, but with that month alone, I lost 16 pounds, y'all. I literally was 103 pounds for my birthday. It was insane. So every day she was apologizing. Every day. No, that's not my character. I hate that I showed you.
Lockjaw is crazy. I ain't even gonna cap.
Decide it was just a drunk me. You're a great person. You're an amazing woman. My whole family loves you. I'm sorry that my sister and my friends are weird towards you. I'm sorry that, you know, I gave them any reason to be weird towards you. And I'm really, 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 really apologetic about how everybody has handled you on my behalf or whatever, right? So, yes, we will holler and scream. Her sister would hear it or whatever. But every night we ended off on good terms. Every morning we woke up on good terms again. I just was so, like, triggered all the time that I couldn't stop myself. You know what I'm saying? Which was extremely inconsiderate to living with her sister. But it
clearly, y'all.
It wasn't just me, it was that too, but I yell louder than her. So she'll start yelling at me and I'll start yelling louder. So now I seem like the problem, you know? As time went on, her sister stopped liking me.
She gives me like halfway accountability.
Me and her sister have the same birthday. She was trying to be on some, oh, we act the same. And I will always tell her, we don't act the same. Y'all hoes is weird. I don't act nothing like y'all. But I was always still being respectful due to the fact that it's still her sister, you know what I'm saying? So her sister stopped liking me after time went on, but mind you, she would only stop liking me when her friend was over. When her friend wasn't over, she's like texting me like, you want to watch a movie? Or like, wait until I get in the house. Oh, Danielle's sleeping, you want to watch a movie with me? All type of shit. I think we even cuddled on the couch and watched a movie before. Like, we was really cool, but I do understand the frustration with, you know, somebody hollering and screaming, especially even at your sister or whatever. So I really did think that was the only issue, but come to find out, it was also money. She started trying to tell me that we need to split rent 3 ways or whatever. Are you dumb? I don't got a room here. I'm literally living with I'm never splitting rent 3 ways. But I even told Danielle, like, if that's what you need to, like, for this situation to be comfortable, I would do that. She's like, you ain't doing that. She even talked to her mom. Her mom was like, Natavia, you don't need to do that. You know, that's not your house or whatever. So as long as Danielle can pay her part of the bills, it shouldn't matter, right? Both of her mom and her, and herself was telling me that or whatever, right? Cool. So I didn't know it was a money issue until like one day her sister like said like a smart ass comment when I was walking by, because she was arguing with Danielle, but she said a smart ass comment when I was walking by, and now I'm on that because who you talking to? So I'm like, nothing to me, because I really smacked the shit, something like that. Like, I did threaten her, I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, I literally dealt with 6 months of y'all really trying me, and I never said anything. So I really was on that, whatever. My friend at the time was on the phone, so she like screaming in my ear, Natavia, don't hit that girl, because they know how I get, bro. I don't play with no bitch. Mind you, y'all.
Yeah, she clearly was the one who was abusive.
Bitch way bigger than me. I don't give a fuck. I've been built like that for real. And that's the thing about it is I literally kept warning Danielle, bro, I don't gotta prove my toughness to your friends and stuff, but I'm also letting them know, like, stop trying me. You know what I'm saying? She would always be like, they're so lame and they're just jealous of you and fuck them. I'll cut all of them off for you because you're a great person. And every time I talk to my mom, she loves you. Everybody else loves you. It's just my sister and my friends being weird to you, right? Cool. So, yeah, we ended up getting into an argument or whatever. So her sister's like, oh, one time you even said I was ugly or whatever, which I did. I did, but I said it in retaliation to something that I seen in Danielle's phone, which Danielle was right there and even
maybe she just be the one on defense.
Said like, yeah, she said that, but she said it because of what she seen in my phone. And so she was like, she literally did say that she was wrong for screaming out that because she know that you can hear her and stuff like that. But it wasn't false. I don't believe that it was a lie. I just shouldn't have said it so she can hear me. You know what I'm saying? That was where So come around for the next part. So yeah, ended up realizing. So yeah, we ended up getting into it in that encounter or whatever. And so she's just like, well, I just feel like we should be splitting bills or whatever. And that's when I ended up telling her, like, I did start sending money for bills, right? When I started sending money for bills, Danielle was supposed to give it to her sister. Danielle never did, or put it towards the rent or whatever. I was giving $200. Danielle was keeping that shit herself, but didn't tell her sister that. She's telling her sister that I'm not sending that at all. So her sister gonna come at me like, okay, well, where's
I
the
went through something like that before.
rent money, da da da. Ask your sister, what the mean? Like, I didn't even know Danielle was spending it. So I looked at Danielle. I said, Danielle? She's like, okay, well, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't feel like she owe you no money, so I'm not giving it to you. Her sister started busting out crying. Her sister probably really started crying because she didn't realize that her sister was a lying ass, but that's just what the reality was. So we all ended up getting into it for hours. She ended up like trying to imply that she wants her friend to move into the house. I said, that's not happening. I'm moving out. Danielle's like, no, you're not. She's just not moving in here because she's drama filled. Every time she comes over, Deanna, you act different. Y'all bring
This is a lot.
drama to the house and stuff like that or whatever. She's like, okay, well, I got to think about it, but I already told her she can come. I said, that's fine. I'm leaving. I don't give a fuck. Danielle's like, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. If you leave, I'm leaving. We ended up leaving. We ended up staying at my mom's house for a couple weeks or whatever until our house got approved. So we got approved for our house. Mind you, we got approved for the house literally in my mom's neighborhood. So it was so crazy. But, we stayed with my mom for the time being or whatever. But when we was moving out and everything, nobody got into it or nothing like that. Cause I was really shutting the fuck up. Like, y'all, I really wanted blood, bitch. That's where I was at with it. So I just wouldn't speak. I'm in the house and I'm just not speaking. That's extremely disrespectful to be in somebody's house and not speaking. But I don't give a y'all wanted to make me feel uncomfortable for 6 months before I said anything. So now I'm going to make you uncomfortable and show you that I don't give a fuck. So me and Danielle ended up moving into our house March 14th, right? We moved into our house March 14th. I literally paid for every fee, everything. I paid for everything about the move or whatever, right? It wasn't no issue or whatever because she had already paid for the rent and stuff back by her sister's house. And so it was just like, okay, cool. We need $4,800. And that's what we're going to get. So I literally took my ass to work. I made the whole thing in 10 days. Like, probably less.
Period. She a hustler, though.
Less than 10 days or something like that, right? So when we moved in, I never said, oh, my house. Danielle's name is on the lease 100%. Yes. But I paid all the moving fees 100% by myself. Come to find out, her family ended up giving her some money that I don't know what she used it on, but she didn't use it on moving in, which it didn't matter because she was getting stuff for the house. So it really didn't matter, right? After I made the 4,800, whatever, we was always splitting rent, $725, because our rent was, about 1,500, 1,450, 1,500.
14 something, 15.
Something like that, right? So we was always splitting down the line. But Danielle is a veteran. Danielle did not have a job at the time. So she literally only got one solid amount of money, which was $2,014 and like 57 cents. Yeah, exact amount. But you know I ain't lying. She got that exact amount. So at first when we were just splitting the bills down, I'm making money regularly or whatever because I had a new job and stuff at that time too. But also it was like when her check was over, it was over. So it was like eventually like she was always like not being able to pay something at the time because her money was at one time, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up I came up with the idea that, okay, bro, how about this? You just pay the rent and I'm going to pay everything else. She paid the rent and she paid for her couch because she had a couch under her dad's name that her dad would get on her about because she wasn't paying it. Why she wasn't paying it, I don't know because I'm paying all the rest of the bills. So yeah.
That baby just wasn't good with money.
So the whole month of April, she actually ended up getting like a large amount of money from her income taxes, $15,000 to be exact.
God
so
damn.
She did spend that in a month. I didn't know she spent it in a month.
It's possible. It's so possible.
Always buying stuff. She was always getting groceries. Anything we needed for the house, she was getting. But mind you, y'all, we already had multiple TVs. We had the bed. We had the couch. We had all the big things that we needed in the house. So she was just really kind of overly spending. But she just, she was saying like, I want our house to be comfortable. But when I would tell her like, this don't look like $15,000 worth of money. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like on her head in a negative way about it. I'm just letting her know, bro, you should have let me know that you were splitting money the way you was, because then I would have literally jumped in and I would have budgeted your money for you. That's how we ended up getting to this bum ass that happened through the summer. Let's get into that. So over the summer, Mind you, Danielle blew through her whole money by May. I know it was by May of 2025. I know it was by May because we ended up going to see my dad's gravesite or whatever. So she was there for me. We ended up finding my dad's gravesite. First time I ever been to it. We drove out to Tampa. She did a girlfriend proposal officially, or whatever. Mind you, we've been living together since September. We moved to the house in March, but she did the girlfriend proposal like just off of the strength or whatever. Y'all, I did not notice telling her mom that I was technically never her girlfriend. But yeah, I'm telling everybody that I know that we are in a relationship. So it was just a little weird shit like that. Once again, character stuff. So we ended up going out of town. When we out of town, I ended up saying like, hey, can you spot me $50 or whatever? She was just like, mind you, I paid for everything out of town. She just paid for gas, which my car holds gas really good. So literally, I think she spent in total $65 for gas in total. So I'm like, can you spot me $50, whatever? She was like, oh, I was gonna ask you for like, can you spot like my half of the rent or whatever, because I went into my money on your
That spot half of the rent. I do not miss that. No, ma'am.
girlfriend proposal, and I only got like $300 left. I didn't get mad or nothing. We in a hotel room. And
Like, you don't know what the hell I done spent my money on. This why I like paying the rent myself, because I've gone through something like this. It ain't got nothing to do with the sauce. I've gone through something like this. I don't know, a feeling that's worse when you got your half of the rent and your roommate asks you for their half of the rent. Can you pay all the rent? Yo.
Florida. So I'm like, well, why the hell you ain't just tell me that? Like, why you didn't tell me? I said, okay, cool. You know what? I'm going to just have to go back to the club a lot more than what I'm going, because I had stopped the club and everything. I said, I'm going to just have to go back to the club a lot more and stuff like that because we need to catch up, right? So she's like, okay, cool. I ended up going back to the club, money coming in or whatever. But I guess when money started coming in, she started feeling like, oh, well, now I ain't got to do, you know what I'm saying? So she started drinking heavy. She was already drinking regularly, like every single holiday we ever spent together, this be drunk. Mind you, she's in front of her family and her friends, but she's drunk as at the end of the night and throwing up all over everything with me. But in front of her family and friends, she's a good time. So I always tell her that's also manipulation, because they seeing you one way and I got to experience you a whole different way. Y'all, we couldn't have sex. We couldn't be intimate. Nothing could happen because this bitch would be so like that drunk. She don't remember anything, literally. So over the summer, she got even more drunk. This bitch drunk every single night. I was going to work in my day job and I was going to the club every day or every time I can make it, because I'm paying all the bills. She's literally only paying $14.50 for rent and then $200 that she's supposed to be paying to her dad. Mind you, she still has to pay her own phone bill, but that's it. Everything else is on me, right? And I didn't mind because, she spent $15,000 on stuff. So I didn't mind, but it was just like, even when you spent $15,000, I always still had to pay my half of the bills. You never paid my half of anything, ever. So it was just like, for her to literally be now trying to tell people that I didn't pay no bills when everybody.
So that's her problem. She's angry at the fact that she's exposing stuff now, I guess, old girl.
Knows that I paid majority of the bills because she couldn't. So, yeah. So, over the summer, like I said, she became a huge drunk. I got so stressed out or whatever. Like, I'm crying all the time about it, but not in front of her. I'm crying in the car. I don't have nobody to talk about it with because I don't want to tell nobody her business. I finally one day opened up to one of my friends or whatever. I regretted it instantly because it's like, damn, I'm going to stay with her. So I don't even know why I opened up, but I just did because I just needed to get it off my chest, right? And getting it off my chest, nobody treated her funny. Nobody mistreated her. Everybody still was like, but she loves you, you love her and that's why you sticking it out. But she needs some help. Cool. I start sending her AA stuff. She don't want to do it. She'll fake act like, okay, I'm going to do it. Act like she signed up for it, but she never really followed through. Oh, I'm going to go to therapy. Or I'm going to go to VA and get the benefits from them. All type of whatever, right? So she literally played it out so long. I was like this. I'm calling her friends. I'm calling her mom. I'm calling her aunt. I'm telling her sisters, because it's just like, bro, somebody need to know that you got a drinking issue, like alcoholic problem. This girl gonna tell her friends and family that I'm just being dramatic and I'm just naggy and I don't want her to have fun in life.
What?
But then sitting there crying to me like, Natavia, don't leave me. I know I got a problem. I know you don't got to deal with this. I know what nobody else
That is an alcoholic and a fraud all at the same time.
This type of whatever. And I'm so sorry. I'm just super depressed right now. And I'm glad that you're being patient with me. I'm glad that you're here with me. But like, I need to like get some help. But then switch it up and say that she never needed no help. Right? Weird. So yeah, we ended up getting into it in that. And yeah, so this got over on me, right? Let me tell you how she got over on me. I literally deposited every single dollar that I got into her bank account. We would go to Navy Federal every day or every 2 days to deposit large amounts of money into her bank account. $600, $700, $800, $1,000, $1,200.
She an alcoholic and you was putting your money in her account?
$100, all type of whatever, right? Y'all, what if she's sitting there trying to play it out like that was always her money, and that's how she's trying to say that she paid all the bills because it was coming from her bank account, but she know 100% that was my money. It literally was even stressing me out because I would give her the money to pay for a bill because she had the apps on her phone sometimes, and I would be at work or and I'm just telling her to handle it, and this bill not even pay the bill and lied to me.
A lot of this is her fault. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this is her fault. A lot of this.
And when the bill is doubled,
and that's just what happens, with being young. But come on, man. You brought a lot of this on yourself.
Back, I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm frustrated. She's like, Xavier, I'm sorry. Like, I just never had to deal with nobody as mature and responsible and stuff as you. But yet, you the same bitch told me you took care of your ex, her kids, her whole family, and everything, and they never paid the bills, and you had to do everything on your own. Either you lied, or just because you dealing with a bum, don't mean that you know how to deal with a mother really on her. You know what I'm saying? So, in the midst of all of that or whatever, I'm
clearly she ain't really on her because you ain't even got a bank account, friend.
Frustrated. I'm angry. Like, everything is just going wrong because of how she's mishandling things. I'm telling her to get a job or whatever. Mind you, she don't got a car or nothing like that, but like, bro, you can use my car or whatever. She ended up starting trucking school after I pressured her into starting trucking school. And she ended up starting trucking school because in the military, if y'all know, they get paid for school regardless. So you would have got paid. So I literally had new job offers because I had quit my job to do the club full time or whatever. So I had new job offers that I wasn't taking because she didn't have a way to get to school. So she needed a whole month. So I'm like, damn, I want this job, but I'm not going to take it because you won't be able to get to school. She's like, don't worry. When I get good, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. Cool. So she drove my car every day from 5:45 all the way to like 5:30 or whatever when she got to school every day. Then I would just go to the club at nighttime, but I was just started only just going on the weekends and stuff like that. Right. She kept filling a drug test, but she was telling her family, like, oh, they just pushing my date back. They pushing my date back. When in reality, she kept filling a drug test. So she kept filling a drug test, and I'm telling her, like, okay, well, try to get some fake pee, whatever. She's like, she want to do it the real way, whatever. So she failed the drug test 3 times. I even paid for the test that she took, some test that she had to go to take a CDL test or whatever. I paid for that. She had to take another drug test. I paid for that. But then the last one, I told her, I'm not paying for it. So she ended up asking her mama. I don't remember what happened with that, but she ended up filling it again. So I'm telling her, okay, stop wasting time and just find a job that's going to pay you now. So that's how she ended up waiting for, like, she now works for Allied Security. So she started waiting for Allied or whatever to reach out and stuff like that. She finally got hired. But y'all, this is in September. She had just started working there in October or something like that now. So it's really just a month of her working there before, she started getting her together or whatever. But like, I'm irritated and I'm frustrated by them, but I really just want to see things through because it's like, damn, I done stressed myself out so much with you that when stuff start getting good, I don't want to just like act like, it was meaningless or something like that.
Then you gonna stay with her?
That, right? So she started getting back good, whatever. I'm driving her to work or I'm leaving my job early because I don't want her to have to ride the bus late at night and stuff like that. Like, I'm literally still conveniencing her. And so she did slow down on her drinking in the month of September. She slowed down or whatever, right? Because we got into a final argument where I'm just like, I'm going to leave you. I'm not doing this alcoholic no more. You can't remember nothing. You don't remember conversations. You acting weird to everybody. You playing this victim stuff, all type of shit. I'm tired of it. I'm leaving you. She's like, no, I'm going to get my shit together. So she did slow down on her drinking, right? She literally drunk one day again, but for me it was like, damn, this bitch actually never gonna change. So she drunk one day again, and when she drunk again, I literally didn't scream, I didn't yell, I literally just sent her a AA thing. She texted me back, did they send you this? And I was like, no, I'm sending it to you. She's like, LOL, cool. So I'm like, no, it's not okay, or whatever she said or whatever. I was like, no, it's not okay, like, you need help. She's like, laugh my ass off, K, like trying to dub me out, right? So I'm like, I wait till she come in the room or whatever, and she's like, you're so annoying. Like, you're naggy as, mind you, y'all, she's drunk, so she only gets bold at the mouth like this when she's drunk. She's like, you're naggy as, you don't let nobody beat themselves. You don't let me drink. You don't let me smoke my vape. You don't let me be an alcoholic. You don't let me throw up all over myself. Basically is what she's saying. I don't let her be a bum ass that everybody else around her act like they can't see. That's what she's basically saying. So I'm like, no, and I'm not going to keep tolerating it. It's been 1 year and 6 months now to dealing with you. I don't have to keep tolerating it. She's like, okay, you don't have to keep tolerating it. I don't give a fear annoying this. I let you be yourself and blah, 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 blah. I said, but I'm not drunk. Anything that's myself, I've never inconvenienced you. Your drinking has literally affected our livelihood. You literally made us get behind on bills, which made me lose my car at one point. All type of shit. Because of your irresponsibilities, I got my car back on my own. I'm still letting you use my car as if it's yours. But you
fell in love with an alcoholic.
still not contributing to my car, no nothing. You gonna tell me you ain't asked me to be late on my car, no. You ain't asked me to pay your half of the bills. You would have figured it out. How the fuck have figured out when you didn't have any money to figure out anything that needed to be dealt with that day? That's the type of bitch she is, though, y'all. That pisses me the fuck because I really didn't think she was like that. But everybody keeps saying it's the alcohol. She don't got an alcoholic problem and she only know how to mishandle me. It ain't the alcohol, it's her character. So yeah, on top of all of that or whatever, I ended up breaking up with her. This is actually how the breakup happened, where y'all can see on my TikTok where I said about me being freshly single. That was literally days later. I broke up with Danielle like on the 13th or something like that or whatever, right? Mind you, every single day, even during the breakup and stuff like that, I'm still telling her, I don't want to date no other people. I just really just want you to get yourself together. I want everything to plan out where I really want to see you get yourself together, even not for me, for yourself. Don't focus on me. Release my expectations of you. I got this all in text message, y'all. I want you to get yourself together because you show me qualities that I do not like, and I'm not going to keep faking it, whatever, right? So she's like, okay, I'm getting myself together. So she starts doing a fake kicky thing like she always do. Starts sending me text messages. Oh, look, the therapist finally texted me back. Oh, look, the VA finally wants me to do this. Oh, look, I'm finally going to get my check from the doctor like you've been telling me for 4-6 months or whatever. I'm finally doing everything that you want me to do, but I know it's fake. So I'm telling her, okay, do that for yourself, though. Don't do it for me. Do it for yourself, right? In the midst of all of this, I'm still considerate. I'm still driving her to work. I'm telling her, I don't want to be in a relationship. Don't focus on a relationship. Did I still want to be in a relationship with her at the time at first? Absolutely. Did I still love this? Absolutely. I even told my friends before I leave this house, I'm going to help her pay up all the bills. I'm even going to help her get a car. And then at the end of this, then we'll see if I'm going to leave. I literally still love this girl down. I just had to show her tough love at this point. So literally, I was just always just be like, no, I don't want to be with you. Don't worry about me. Because I was just trying to tell her to be there for herself. Girl, this drunk again. And I literally come home and she's blacked out drunk on the couch or whatever. I don't say anything. I don't tell no, like, I literally just go to church, which was last Sunday. I go to church. I'm at church. She starts texting. Oh, no, I'm not at church at this time. I'm at church, but she don't ask me nothing or whatever. She's telling me like, oh, you got a package. I put it on your doorstep or whatever. Cool. When I leave from church, I ended up going to my homegirl house because I just needed this event and I needed a break from her because the alcoholic thing was just so draining to me. So I'm literally like, oh, okay, like, just not gonna address this anymore because she clearly don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna give a fuck. So she texts me randomly like, oh, you unfollowed me, so whatever you thought this was, it ain't that. You gotta go. What? You doing all this because of unfollow, girl? I unfollowed you days before too, and you didn't trip. Y'all, come to find out, I ended up going through the phone record that my phone name is on. It's my phone, y'all. It's my phone. Under my name. She literally had to get on my phone.
I think she's speaking like this because the girl is like lying about whatever that she's done. Because at first I thought she was just being petty, but I think she's just trying to let it be known that I'm the one who's providing all these things.
Plan because her phone plan was she didn't pay her bill for 3 months and I didn't know it because like I said, she's only paying one bill at the house, which is a friend. I didn't know she wasn't paying her own phone bill. She gonna tell people that she got on my phone plan and her phone was off because it was broken. No, I broke your phone when I found out you was still stalking your exes. But your phone that's not why your phone was off. Your phone was off because it was off. Not because of any other reason other than it being off, because I literally broke your phone and I went the next day to go get the screen fixed. Your phone was off for a month because it just was. Because your ass is irresponsible.
Damn.
Yeah, so all of this goes back to literally.
Y'all, do we have the other girl side of the store?
The lies and her character and how I stayed face for this girl all the time. So I was always talking so highly of her all the time. I wasn't faking when I was tweeting it and when I was saying the stuff that I was saying. I genuinely felt like that, but then it was just like stuff will happen where it was like, damn, but you know what I'm saying? Like your ass was tweaking out immediately, but I'm not gonna go delete it and stuff like that. And I also didn't want nobody in our business, so I didn't have nobody in our business. But literally not putting people in our business, this bitch putting people in our business and telling them the side that she wanted to tell them, but spitting it to me like, I don't say nothing bad about you. Anybody who really cares about me knows that you're so good for me. My mom knows that you're so good for me. Yeah, but your mom don't know what the fuck deal from your ass either. So yeah. So now we're gonna skip forward to the whole breakup. So yeah, I literally went to church, went to my friend's house. She started texting me, talking cash, y'all. She don't even talk like that. So calling me all type of, yeah, get the fuck out of my house. I pay all the bills. Flexing so badly, y'all. I knew she was talking to somebody. So I literally was texting her like, bitch, I'm trying to show out for her. Because you pay all what bills. You pay, like, why would I ever lie and act like I paid all the bills if I didn't? That's some loser ass shit that you play. I don't play like that. You lame ass loser. So literally, she started texting me, talking cash, whatever, right? I ain't gonna lie. People know how to rage bait me. I won't lie to you. When I get mad as a, because it takes me a long time. So my friend, mind you, I'm just telling my friend, like, yeah, I still love her. You know, I just gotta really just love her from a distance. I just want her to get herself together. My friend's like, oh, you're just a sweet girl on the table, but I just think you should let it go. I think that, you know, it's gonna get toxic through the time. I'm telling everybody, mind you, 3 people told me they feel like she gonna switch up on me. And I'm just like, nah, she's not like that. She's not like
Well,
that.
why wouldn't you feel? Maybe she's getting into the past part of the story again because, girl.
Everybody's like, Tavia, you think so, but I think she is. I'm just like, nah, y'all, she's not like that. Y'all, she literally did the very next day. So yeah, so I'm at my friend's house. She sent me a text message, whatever. I get mad. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to the house or whatever. So when I go to the house, she's not there. Of course, that's why you talking cash shit, because you're not at this house for me to put your fucking head from wall to wall in this bitch. Of course you're not there. But I see my dog is gone, so I'm like, I call her. Where's Prince? Oh, it don't matter. He's with me. I said, why, if you just told me to move out? Yeah, well, I didn't want him to be in the house all by himself. I said, okay, cool, but you got my dog, but you want me to move out. She was like, yeah, exactly. You need to get the fuck, because I pay all the bills anyway. You don't do shit. You think you gonna go. I said, oh, you got my dog? I know exactly where you at. Hung up that phone, was on the way. Come to the auntie house or whatever, banging on the door. Of course I look crazy. Do you think I give a fuck? No. Of course I look crazy because I'm banging on the door, but y'all don't know this talking cash to me the whole drive. Even there, she's like talking or whatever, calling me, talking shit type of shit. But when I get there, you don't want to come outside. So she have her best cousin, a boy, come to the door, and he got his head in the door or whatever, and he put Prince outside and was like, oh, I'm on probation. I'm bringing this to my mama's house. I put my foot in the door. I said, nigga, I don't give a fuck. None of that. What are you talking about? Tell Danielle to come outside. Why are you even in business? That's what I'm saying, whatever. He like, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what's going on, whatever. And it's just really like, I'm really looking, because he's like trying to intimidate me, not knowing my brothers would put that rod to that ass in real life. So Danielle's body behind the door, right? But she's still texting me, but she won't come outside, whatever. So I'm sitting outside or whatever, outside the house for a minute. My homegirl like, Natavia, you need to leave. They could be calling the police or whatever. Cool. I call her auntie phone. She don't answer. Call her mama phone. She don't answer. Nobody call me back. No, nothing. I already know Danielle is playing the victim. And I also know I'm on a camera banging on your door. So whatever. But I just feel like as a real grown ass person, you should be like, okay, what the f going on? Because that's what I would do, but whatever. So, I really got antagonized or whatever. So I go to the house, whatever. I started packing up all my shit, whatever. Every like decor pieces and stuff like that I wanted or I paid for, everything. I took my computer, I took my laptop or whatever. Y'all don't say that I took her oh, you took my laptop, that's my computer. No, you paid for it for me. I literally have tweets and everything of me telling the world that you gifted me this, all type of shit. What are you talking about? I didn't take nothing that belongs to Danielle. Not one thing. The only thing she could try to say I took is, oh, you took my paper towels and my towel. Girl, them decor shit, I
paper towels?
I was paying for shoes, so stop playing with me. You didn't even like none of that stuff. So who you playing with? Like, you weird ass. So all of this goes back to literally just the lies and her character and how I save face for this girl all the time. So I was always talking so highly of her all the time. I wasn't faking when I was tweeting it, and when I was saying the stuff that I was saying, I genuinely felt like that. But then it was just like stuff will happen where it was like, damn, but you know what I'm saying? Like, your ass was tweaking out immediately, but I'm not gonna go delete it and stuff like that. And I also didn't want nobody in our business, so I didn't have nobody in our business. But literally not putting people in our business, this bitch putting people in our business and telling them the side that she wanted to tell them, but spitting it to me like, I don't say nothing bad about you. Anybody who really cares about me knows that you're so good for me. My mom knows that you're so good for me. Yeah, but your mom don't know.
I'm like, didn't we just hear this? My bad, y'all.
So as
oh my God, this is the final part. Thank God. Oh no.
So as I'm moving on my stuff or whatever, she's still talking cash shit. My house, that's my shit. You ain't never did share. What you thought this was. All type of loser ass shit. She don't even talk like that. That be lame. When I tell you, everybody who has met Danielle was like, she's literally only a dyke because she's unattractive. Like, she really would be a femme if she could. That's exactly what the gives off. So yeah. So she's talking cash shit. Guess what? I turned that phone off. You want to play? Let's play. Cut the phone. Cut the Wi-Fi, disconnect the security cameras, because who are you playing with?
Damn.
Who?
Y'all remember I went through that too.
Wow. Who wasn't paying no bills? But I shut everything the fuck, disconnected everything, because be playing with the wrong money. I ain't never got a lot
of people kill me when they be like, you talking about other people business and stuff? Like, go look at mine. This happened to me too.
To know ever. I live in my truth. Constantly.
Oh
That's the
my
difference
God.
between me and your loser, lame ass with your lame ass friends and all of y'all duck-headed ass don't even like each other and bash each other. I was the common enemy because y'all hoes was jealous. Y'all were bums. I would never ever be around y'all if it wasn't for Danielle. She
Oh
knows
my
that.
God.
She even said that to her own mom, to her own aunt. Like, yeah,
Oh my
Natavia,
God.
like when I see people that she like, these are the type of people that she hang with. Exactly, because y'all are losers. She knows it. She's even said it. And she's a loser and she's still calling y'all losers. So my brother didn't come home for a few days or whatever. So when he did come home, I called him and I just told him everything that had happened. Not come home to me, but go home to his house. And mind you, he lived in the same neighborhood, whatever. So she ended up saying like, my brother ended up texting her or whatever. And she ended up saying like, oh, Natavia's not getting anything. Me and you don't have no problem with each other, but she's not getting anything because she's not whatever. My brother's texting her like, Danielle, like, she gonna get her either way. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, well, how y'all gonna get it other than breaking into my house? Like, she's trying to play tough. And now I realize she's trying to play tough because when we got to them, we had all the same that she talked dogs about the whole year of me dating her at the house. So you play tough. I'm gonna show y'all better than I can tell y'all every time. So, as soon as I get there, whatever, I can hear them through the door or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm literally like, boom, 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 banging on the door or whatever, right? Because I'm really on that. I won't even hold you. But mind you, I had already called the police. Like, I had a police escort and everything coming. But in case y'all want to be on it, I was on it. My brother ended up saying, like, nah, back up. Like, it sounds like there's a hell of people in there or whatever. Anybody who knows me, I've gotten jumped before. Hoes don't I don't give a fuck. None of that. Was it very petty? Extremely. But was I on that originally when I got to the house? I was not. It was really like hearing multiple voices in my house. The house that I was paying everything for, and y'all bum ass drunk and not doing nothing, and you can't even hold yourself up most of the time. Like, you know, I just felt really disrespected. So yeah, but the police was already on the way because I had already called them an hour before, and I was just waiting for them to get there or whatever, right? So my brother like, nah, fat, come back. We about to, you know, because no. So I just start standing in the middle of the street or whatever. So I do got a rod on me. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? You dumb? It's 4 hoes. You think I'm not gonna? Come on, bro. That's how I know y'all been really what y'all talking about. Because any real been know, like, it's gonna get like that. So she all like, one friend opened the door. Yeah, what you want? Not the same loompa of a who literally Danielle really say her. She don't even know how to take care of her own kid, and she literally anybody that's gonna let her live with them and the abused her. And Danielle's like, oh, her smell to all type of cat shit. Not you, ho. So my brother like, don't say nothing.
Damn.
I got brothers. They know I don't argue. I ain't arguing with Danielle. Knew better. I'm on the phone or whatever. They don't know who I'm on the phone with, but I'm on the phone or whatever with the police or whatever, and they just talking cash shit. The other friend, the ugly dyke looking one, everybody thought she was a dyke. Even the officer was like, the other gay girl. I was like, what other gay girl? There's like, oh, the one with the other pink shirt on. I said, that's a straight girl. That's how you know that fugly. So literally,
Damn.
she all like, oh, I've been waiting to give you this for a year. I'm standing in the middle of the road. I ain't moved or nothing. Them just talking. They pulling her back. That's when she started saying that. You had ample opportunity to come out that door and come see what this she's talking about. I can't say too much, y'all, because anywho, the bitch, they really wanted to hype each other up because that's the type of lame ass dude. They hype each other up to be lame ass. But Danielle is the one who never steps foot out of that door because that bitch knew better. She knew better. So literally, the police pulled up. Whoop whoop. Be like, oh, just show me that you got the receipt. Like, I mean, that you got mail that comes to this house or whatever, and show me that the receipts or whatever that you paid all the deposits. I had all of that shit. I had dropped it off in my mom's house or whatever. So I'm walking back or whatever. It was 3 other police cars pulled up. Her bum ass cousin in his bum ass car pulls up. He jumped out of the car with his friend, pulls out a gun on me or whatever. Right? Cool. Like, oh, I'll blast you right here. Talking tough to you're a loser, and for life, I'm on that. Anywho.
Damn.
So I literally go to my mom's house, whatever. My brother on 10. Cause anywho, the police come like call my phone or whatever. I come back around and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, and y'all let this nigga with a gun pull out a gun on me. They like, who pulled out a gun? Who pulled out a gun? So they literally like, who? These are some young ass cops. All of them, you could tell they was just dumb as fuck. I'm like, right there, and that part just pulled out a gun on me. Blah 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 blah. He's like, oh, let's get him. So they all get in the car and start chasing him down, whatever. They let the drive off the neighborhood with the car, which clearly had the gun in it, and then they start chasing the dude that was walking down the street or whatever. So they put him in handcuffs and shit like that. And it's just like, but y'all let them in the car leave out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm mad as
and they not had the wrong person.
Now I'm on some street because you got me fucked. So I'm telling
This
Danielle,
why I
bitch,
don't like being in drama like this. This right here be too sticky for me.
you know how it get when it comes to shit like that. She all looking stupid. She don't want to say anything. Her friends and stuff, they nobody saying anything anymore or whatever. So whatever they telling the police, like I'm the problem. Of course, now I look like the problem. Now I look like the problem because a hoe just put out a gun and threatened to shoot me because your ass can't respect that. The only thing I wanted was my shit. You know I've been off of you when you just begged me the day before for me to come back and all type of shit. But now you want to play tough because you got your friends over there. You know I'll wit. Anywho. So, I'm screaming, I'm yelling. They just like, oh, no, you're getting arrested for disorderly conduct or whatever. So they put me in handcuffs and whatever, right? So I'm like, I'm getting arrested, but y'all letting this like blah, 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 whatever. So they like, just calm down. I couldn't calm down, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was so activated, bro. I was so activated. I literally was about to like run up. That's why I was trying to like maneuver my way. And I was like, I wanted to just run up and like get to Danielle at this point. Cause now I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like, cause I really wasn't on that at first, but now I'm on that. She's all looking through the windows of my mom, my best friend on the phone. My mom ended up like pulling coming around the neighborhood, my brother coming around the neighborhood or whatever. Anyway, I guess they didn't tell me though till they left. My mom was like, okay, this is too much, Danielle. You might as well let her get her stuff. I guess the friends start talking. Mom was like, whatever ugly girl with them tan pants. I said, that's her sister. She's like, yeah, that ugly girl with the tan pants. She said something. And then the dykey one. I said, y'all keep thinking that's a dyke. That's not a dyke. That's a regular bitch, just ugly as even Danielle's aunt has even said that, oh, she's just really unattractive looking. But you know, I just let her come around because Danielle tolerates her. But they done dogged this bitch.
So dykes are ugly? Jesus Christ.
Literally since I've known him. So I guess she said something, but they didn't tell me until we left or whatever, right? So I guess they said something to my mom or whatever like that, whatever. The cops have me walking with them everywhere. They won't let me by myself. They like go like show me where he put out the gun at. They have me standing in the row like, oh, the person won't show us their camera footage. Oh, this person said that they didn't see anything, all type of shit, whatever, right? Cool. So on that then. On that. Y'all don't give a so the guy ended up telling me like, you're a very beautiful woman. I just think that you need to learn how to regulate your emotions and vanity, everything that you wanted to get. Like if you know that they're gonna play games like this, then like really just be the bigger person. And I'm just like, why I always gotta be the bigger person? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And literally I gotta leave it at that. But allegedly now I'm going to jail or whatever. And so even if I do, y'all, guess the what? I didn't do anything. There's no proof of anything, and I still want that with you. Period.
Damn.
So
that was a good story time. At first, I thought she was the problem. I still think she's the problem, but I like it. Y'all, we gotta go to the gym, so I gotta get off here. But I'll come back later because we probably ain't really gonna do nothing for Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna cap. But I got an hour drive to get to the gym, so I love y'all. And